You are welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. EL-RUFAI orders to pay 900 million damages for illegal detention of Southern Kaduna elders. The Federal High Court in Kaduna has ordered former Kaduna State Governor Nasiru El-Rufai and 5 others to pay 900 million naira in damages for the unlawful arrest and detention of the 9 Southern Kaduna elders in 2019. Justice Awau Buhari delivered the judgment on Tuesday in a fundamental human rights case filed by Aweni, Dio, Meisamari, and 8 others Adara community leaders who were detained following the killing of their traditional ruler, Dr. Raphael Maiwada Galadima. The court found that the elders were wrongfully detained for several months without legal justification and ruled that their rights have been violated. The respondents, including the former governor, security agencies, and state officials, had challenged the court's jurisdiction, but the judge dismissed the objections, affirming that the matter squarely fell within the scope of the human rights enforcement. El-Rufai, who was sued in his personal capacity, was held liable for ordering the arrest of the elders during a town hall meeting shortly after the murder of the traditional ruler. The elders were labeled as threats to peace and security and were detained without charges. Among the detained individuals were a former commissioner, a retired police officer, and other prominent community figures. They were only released after the Kaduna State Attorney General reviewed their case and found no legal basis for their continued detention. The arrest followed the abduction and killing of the Agom Adara, Dr. Galadima, who was kidnapped by gunmen while returning to his palace from Kasuan Magani, a crisis-prone area. During the attack, his police orderly and 3 palace guards were killed. His wife was later released, but days afterward, the monarch's mutilated body was discovered by the roadside. Wow, this is disheartening. In fact, it's annoying that in this country we are seeing things like this. This ought not to be in this manner, because a governor will be in charge of a state and then there is maiming and killing, and the whole thing that will be done afterward is to pack the people of that place and throw them into jail, lock the key and throw it away. In fact, when El-Rufai was in power, he was, using his office with reckless abandon. He was busy promoting the agenda of the Fulanis, this Fulani hegemony thing, and then also going to speak with Boko Haram, giving them money, trying to talk to them. And at the end of the day, these people continue to, interact negatively with the community. All these non-state actors have the goal to continue to do such things they are doing, because so many state actors, like the ones in power, like a governor like this, are giving them unnecessary assurance. We have heard recently about that of Gumi, a sheikh, an Islamic scholar, who is busy doing the negotiation for them between the insurgents and the federal government. And also recently he was deported by the Saudi Arabian government because of his stance when it comes to extremism, terrorism, and all sorts of things, even in the global politics. And then we still have them within our environment here, and they still live with impunity. This ought not to be. You have been called to be a leader, and your job, your duty is to make sure you make sure that there is security of life and property, but not them. They are bloodthirsty people working with whoever is, like a demon, and trying to snuffle life out of people. This is uncalled for. And I'm so happy that the people of that southern Kaduna enclave could muster courage and challenge the inconsistency in court. And to the glory of God, I think it has already paid, because 900 million naira damages, well, is to serve as a deterrent for El-Rufai and his court, even though this cannot buy back the mind or the life of people lost. Is it that of the monarch or all the orderlies, the palace guard? It's not fair. And with all these things, El-Rufai is still working free, because he was a governor then. He cannot be sued because of immunity. Now immunity has gone, then he's being sued. Now they're also going to court to challenge the jurisdiction of the court. But thank God that the particular judge knows our onion, and then since he knows his onion, was able to refute their nonsense and tell them it's a human rights issue. His court can attend to it. And then he ruled against whatever they might have brought in. And at the end of the day, we are expecting, of course, their reaction. I know they will still want to prolong the matter by appealing to another higher court, but I want to believe that the Human Rights Society shouldn't relent now. I think this is the right time that they should now rally around these people and give them full support. And if they need more support from the presidency, I think they should be able to make noise and talk about the matter, because the likes of El-RUFAI and all the other courts in court now, I don't know why they have a hardened heart and they seems to be bloodthirsty in whatever they are doing. They should also face the brunt of the law. They have been enjoying all the paraphernalia of government and the goodies. Let them also go and face the charges and the trials. Even if they don't go to prison, which I don't think they shouldn't go, at least when they cough out 900 million naira, you know it's not a small money. I know it may not be anything for them, but at least we know that nobody is higher than anybody and nobody is above the law. Because you are a governor in a state and you, within your, under your watch, a traditional ruler was, abducted and he was killed, and the body was thrown on the roadside, and then you couldn't do anything to find out those who did it. How will you, since your job is to go and begin to negotiate and give money to these so-called rustlers and Boko Haramis or whatever you call them, bandits? It's unfair, and it's beginning to tell so much on that state. In fact, we heard that the monarch's body was mutilated. It is uncalled for. May their soul once again rest in peace, and let it be that the matter is not swept under carpet. And I'm even hoping and believing that the likes of El-RUFAI and his club will not gain access to power anymore, because if they happen to win the 2027 election, people like this will evade justice, and it's not good. I'm also happy that he was sued in his own personal capacity, because he was held liable for ordering the arrest of those elders during a town hall meeting shortly after the murder of the traditional ruler. How do you expect them not to sit down to talk about the matter when every day they cannot sleep in their home with their families? They need to sit down to find a lasting solution if you cannot help them. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see the reaction of El-RUFAI and his own people. Don't forget to continue to visit our channel. Make sure you give us your likes and thumbs up, and make sure you also subscribe, and please share.